What's going on, guys? Cameron back again with another anime review, and I'm going to be reviewing episode 6 of Aokana, For Rhythm Across the Blue. And this episode takes over as my favorite episode, with episode 4 as a close second. But this episode was my favorite for multiple reasons, so I'm just going to jump into the review. Now, when we start this episode, we're with Asuka in her match, and she's going against a guy named Kasumi. And she wins 8-6, and she's pretty much starting to get the hang of it and how to strategize in a match. And you can start to see it in this episode. But we move on to the bulk of this episode where we see Kazunari and Kagami having a conversation. And if you forget, Kagami is a teacher from Asuka's school. She's a PE/health teacher. And we find out in this episode through her and Kazunari talking that she used to be a legendary player, but she's retired now, and she also used to be Messiah's coach for Flying Circus. So Kagami has a background in it, so that's why she's been taking such an interest in Flying Circus, and that's why she's out there watching them right now. But Kazunari is just like, she complimented him, and he's just like, that means a lot coming from a legendary player such as yourself. And Kazunari is the major player in this episode because in 2 matches he plays against 2 people from Asuka's team, one being Asuka herself and the other being Misaki. Now he faces Misaki first, and Misaki's noticing that he's going a little bit more serious than he did when he was at the training camp. Because when they were at the training camp, he was joking around and he was like, oh, we can have out this dog fight. But in this episode, he's all serious because it's a tournament level. So you can see when he's in a tournament, no matter who he's facing, even if he's better than them, he still treats it seriously as if they were a major threat because he wants to take no risk with losing. And he tells Kagami before that there's one person on their team that he's looking so forward to facing, and it wasn't Misaki because even though Misaki put up a good fight, she lost 3-5, and she pretty much has new confidence. She's just like, I want to get better enough to be on his level and beat him one day. But then he goes against Asuka and later on in the tournament, and Kazunari going against Asuka pushes him to the point where he uses combos and moves that no one has ever seen him use before or even be pulled off on a tournament scale. He performs a move called a Cobra and a Suashita, and those are pretty much using the water as a camouflage, essentially, to attack your opponent out of nowhere, and no one has ever seen that performed in such a combo, especially along with an air kick return. But during this match, you start to see Asuka starting to master her air kick return as well, and she starts to fight back into the point where he literally goes as serious as he's ever gone before. And once he does this, he does his breathing technique essentially, and that's when you see him go real, and he scores 2 more points, and then the match ends. But everybody's just like, Asuka, like, you're getting way better than you really think you are. Because you were able to stand up against the national reigning champ toe-to-toe, and you pushed him to go as serious as he's ever gone against anyone before, especially a rookie. So, and that speaks miles for Asuka's natural talent in Flying Circus. But she loses that match, and she's still not disappointed by it. Every time she loses, she's having so much fun learning the different strategies and bettering her own experience that she doesn't care about winning or losing. She just cares about getting better enough. And she knows that the fact that she pushed him to go as serious as he did, that means something, that she's actually getting better and she could actually potentially be the best in the world at Flying Circus. But guys, that's pretty much what happened this episode. I'm hoping that next episode is going to be Misaki's character development, because by the end of this episode, she was really disappointed that Asuka came closer to beating Kazunari than her, and she has more experience than her. So I feel like we're about to get that character development that I've been begging for Misaki to get by the end of the next episode. I think the next episode is going to be like a Misaki heavily focused episode, because she looked really disappointed and down by the end of this episode. But guys, I hope you've been enjoying this anime and my reviews on it. If you have, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment down below letting me know your thoughts on these episodes and past episodes and theories on things you think are going to happen. But until next time, guys, peace.